Over the course of the past week, the family of the Boston bombing suspects has been very vocal, from the uncle calling the brothers, quote, losers, to the parents claiming that their sons were framed. Now, we're starting to get a clearer picture of where these suspects come from and who this family is. And now we are hearing perhaps the most chilling reaction from their mother. Now, listen to what she told the reporter during an interview.
I don't care if my youngest one is going to be killed today. So I want the world to hear this. And I don't care if I am going to get killed too. Okay? And I will say Allahu Akbar.
Here with reaction to those chilling comments, as well as emerging details about just how deeply radicalized the older brother was, syndicated columnist Malkin. I don't care if my son gets killed. I don't care if I get killed. I'll just say Allahu Akbar. Wow.
Yeah, and you heard the contempt with which she spat that infamous phrase, Allahu Akbar. This woman needs her own reality TV show. You know, we've got Teen Mom and Dance Moms. This is Jihad Mom. And the lack of respect for life, the life of her own surviving young child, I think tells you everything you need to know about where these brothers might have first been radicalized.
Yeah, well, let's listen to some of the other comments let's go to the father and his comments saying that his son was alive in the video of the arrest, basically claiming a conspiracy. Listen to this.
I know it 100%. My son was alive on the video. We saw it with our own eyes. He was arrested. There is video of the arrest. He was undressed and put in the car and drove away. When they say that my son was shot, that he was lying in the road, that is completely not true. He was calmly arrested. That's all.
And then we got the crazy aunt in Toronto. Listen to her.
First reaction was anger. How could this happen? How could this do this? For what? For the sake of what? What beliefs? What prompted them to this? My first call to FBI. They could not have done this. Where are evidence? All you're showing us just the footage. Two guys are walking, and I found it strange. Tamerlan is walking in the front. Jahar is in the back. Why wouldn't they come together?
So then are you suspicious that maybe they really did do this?
No, I'm suspicious that this was staged. The picture was staged.
Now, the AP says he gave up boxing and studying music, and he began to oppose the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. He found this, apparently this radical guy named Misha. He turned to websites and literature claiming the CIA was behind the 9/11 terror attacks, that Jews controlled the world. And then we see what happens on his own YouTube page. What do you think of it all?
Yeah, well, Jihad Mom and Jihad Aunt are quite a piece of work, each of them. And then I think we're going to know more about the older son, Tamerlan's own radicalization. And that YouTube page, I think, is very telling because it showed an intimate knowledge of clandestine leaders in the Dagestan and Chechnya province, people that were very little known outside of those who were really extremist jihadi adherents like Doku Umarov and Abu Dubana. So the idea that that people in Washington are so conveniently and expediently dismissing the idea that the Tsarnaevs had anything to do with these foreign jihadi organizations, I think, is too smug for its own good.
But then he also went to these mosques. For example, he went to the Islamic Society Boston Mosque, which was in Cambridge, and then he went to the Islamic Society of Boston Cultural Center. Now, they have, according to USA Today, invited guests who had defended terrorism suspects. And the head of the group, I mean, in other words, it seems that why not only did the FBI miss the warnings from Russia, and apparently there were multiple ones, but yet these mosques are having these radicals, and it seems we don't do anything about it. Why?
Well, I think, of course, political correctness has always been the handmaiden of terrorism, on top of that political pandering. And unfortunately, neither party has its hands completely free of this. If you go on my website right now at michellemalkin.com, I talk more about the first president of the mosque that the bombers attended, Abdulrahman al-Amoudi, who has ties to the GOP, and in particular Grover Norquist, that a lot of people in the establishment had never condemned condemned. If this had been a liberal who was tied to it, everybody on the right would be screaming about it. And so both parties, both establishments are guilty of not speaking up enough and doing enough to stop these people.
All right, Michelle Malkin, as always, thanks for being with us. We'll continue our investigation. We need to know. Apparently the media is going to ignore a lot of this.